Dark Gathering is a manga serialized in Jump Square that began on March 4th, 2019, written and illustrated by Kenichi Kondo. Despite being published in arguably one of the most popular monthly magazines alongside other titles such as Owari no Seraph, Blue Exorcist, Twin Star Exorcist, World Trigger, and Kimono Jihen, there doesn't seem to have been a lot of buzz around this particular title. The only reason I even discovered it was due to investigating the girl who appeared in this advertisement bubble while I was catching up on Kimono Jihen after its anime's conclusion. This image alone was enough to grab my attention, and so after a little bit of research, I dug in. Much like Kimono Jihen, this series remains unlicensed in English, so we're entirely dependent on scanlations. Unlike Kimono Jihen, however, this series is lagging fairly far behind the Japanese release, which at the time of writing comprises 26 chapters, only 9 of which are currently available in English, so everything I'm about to say is based on those 9 chapters. Being as spoiler-free as possible, the series is about a young man with an inherent predisposition towards the occult, who bears an unusual curse and has largely ostracized himself from society. The story begins when he's made to tutor his childhood friend's cousin, a 9-year-old girl with 4 pupils who hunts and gathers wicked spirits. As you might imagine, this is a haunting of the weak type story, but what surprised me about Dark Gathering was not only how quickly it endeared me to its premise and characters, but also in how little time it wastes in establishing its primary narrative hooks, chief among them the characters' motivations and the conflicts that arise from them. The early chapters focus a lot on the relationship between Yayoi and Keitaro. Yayoi has 2 sets of pupils, one that sees the normal world, and one that sees the overlapping spirit realm overtop it. When she lost her parents, she saw that her mother's soul was not allowed to pass on, instead being taken by a nefarious spirit. She's dedicated herself to occultic practices in order to hunt down evil spirits so that she can find the one who took her mother's soul. In order to do this, she requires Keitaro's assistance, as due to his predisposition, evil spirits are naturally drawn to him. Keitaro, for his part, feels a great burden from this affliction, and doesn't want to get others involved after his childhood friend Eiko received the same curse as him. He wants to live a normal life and develop his social skills, so naturally their motivations are at first at odds with one another. The way this odd pair develop off of one another into a kind of partnership over the course of these few chapters is very natural, endearing us both to their struggles and establishing why this arrangement works out for the both of them. Despite the haunting of the week setup, every event so far has felt meaningful and necessary, not only in developing this group of Ghostbusters, but also in hinting at a greater plot along the way. The manga so far has run the gamut from being unsettling, emotional, badass, and at times unexpectedly hilarious. The artwork and character designs are also excellent, evoking an eerie moodiness and stark sense of style. Also, Yayoi is really cute. You wouldn't think someone with 4 pupils could be so adorable, but you'd be wrong. I've greatly enjoyed what I've read so far, and seeing as it's still going in Japan, I imagine it's managed to keep up this momentum. I think that the series definitely deserves a bigger cult following than it currently has. Perhaps a well-directed anime adaptation could do the trick, as is so often the case. And given Jump Square's track record, it definitely seems at least somewhat plausible. While the scanlations have been slow coming, the series is still actively being worked on, so hopefully the few fans Dark Gathering has managed to enthrall in the West won't be left out in the cold. This was just a quick and dirty little video highlighting something I found on a whim and ended up liking more than expected. Now I've just got to... wait, hold on.